thought it was among the spirits here. Okay, so tonight we're gonna talk. We will talk a little bit. 6 signs you are embarking on a spiritual journey towards your best self. We need signs. We know. Signs are good. You ready for a quiz? I'm just joking. Yeah, I think it's within the monitor. A little bit, it's too loud. That's the thing. The microphone. There you go. Better. Yes, better. Thank you. I was faster. I put it on mute. Good? I'm afraid now. Okay. A little bit louder. Just a little bit. Yes. A little bit. Hey. Yes. Just a little bit. Yes, test. Good. Thank you, good. Let's start over. Okay, so Marilyn would say, do you have handouts? You could be, I don't know. We're going to do this together. We're going to do this talk together. Let's see what this, when you see a picture like this, what do you think? Do you think that the person in that picture, it's in a journey towards his or her best self? What do you think? Why? Why in this picture? What is in this picture that makes you think that this person is going like?
It's going, but it's coming.
Yeah, exactly. The larger shadow facing the other way, and the shadow
it's coming back.
Coming.
So showing like different dimensions, bodies in different dimensions, and it's like going in the flow of a different body dimensions, just like we have different types of bodies within us, right? And we are learning about this while we are here. Okay, let's see. So, but this is a picture. It's not us. So we need to bring our own essence to this. Okay, so let me ask you this. It's a tough question, but bear with me. Have you reached your level of spiritualization? Have you reached the level that you are saying, I feel good about how spiritualized I am? Tell me. What do you feel?
I still have a lot of work to do.
Can you speak on a microphone so people at home can read it?
I still have a lot of work to do.
Okay, so you feel that you are not satisfied. You're not like,
No, not settled.
Okay. Anybody else? Go over there, Juan. Let's hear it. Still a lot of work to do is a very good answer.
I'm going to be selfish, but I'm going to tell you that I'm really happy on the road that I am. So I know that I still have to go, but I'm very happy where I am.
Okay, yes. So he's validating his efforts, his work towards his best self, his spiritual journey. Anybody else? Nobody wants to talk. Don't want to talk about it. Cara. Cara, you first.
I'm in that uncomfortable place of seeing just how much is in front of me, and I see a lot of work to do.
Right. This is great, too. This is wonderful. Right? It is better than, I don't know. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. So this is really good. Fernando?
I am very centered. However, I feel there's a long road in front of me, and I'm very excited and eager to face it. I know it may be difficult, but I feel ready for the journey and to take the challenges that it may bring with it.
Wonderful. See, a lot of conscious people. Let's hear it right here in the front.
I just want to say something.
I am on a journey, and I feel I am progressing little by little, but every time my interest is much higher and much reading books and doing this and that.
Right.
And try as much
Maybe
as I can.
overwhelming could be.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I am in a journey that is just, I feel I progress more than before.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Cintia, I would like to say,
Uh-huh.
I know I like this, I'm very passionate to this now, so please bear with me, everyone.
Your journey is your journey.
Right, correct. So, yes, I'm enjoying it, but the most important thing for me is that I'm finding the answers. I'm getting results with myself. When I ask the people, it brings the people. When I ask something, even, let's say, money is there. So it's proven that it's okay. That
Right.
getting there.
Let's get to the next
We gotta
question then. Let's get to the question that I have for you. So complete this sentence. I will be more spiritual when I will feel myself more spiritualized when, let's see, over there, Roberta. When, what it needs to happen?
When I take the step and have the courage to get to know myself, inner self, my spiritual self better. When I go in instead of being so much out, when I take the step to go within.
Oh, I hear you. Wow, that's, yes, definitely. Anybody else? Right here. Oh, Vicky, and then right here.
I think so when you're gonna realize you are spirit first instead of the body, and then you're gonna see the world in the different eyes, and I think that's important.
So you wanna feel your spirit in order to see the world differently. That's when you will feel that you will be more spiritualized, or right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the spirit in the first place.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, Juan. Very nice comments right here for him.
I believe I'll be more spiritual once I learn to...
Just a second, because I would really want to hear. Yeah, people at home can hear you.
Okay, dope. I believe I'll be more spiritual once I learn to love everyone as equals without conditions, even those who may do harm.
Beautiful.
Also, I feel more spiritual when I'm connected to the source.
Connected to the source. Okay. Very beautiful. And we can tell that everybody that comes here to this place, it sees the world differently. See there is more than matter, than bodies, that it's already feeling something. Understands that there is much more than what we see with our eyes. And this is beautiful to see. Beautiful. We are on the right place. So let's see if we are on the right track. We are spiritual beings. And there is nothing black and white, There is no such a thing. Everything is very complex because we are a world. Each one of us. We bring so much information, experiences, and life experiences in this planet. We don't know how many people, souls from other planets are incarnated here. So there is so much more. And of course, we're trying to be simplistic here and say, we're going to bring a few things to see if we are on track. But of course, we are just talking about this topic. It is just it's just an avenue for us to walk together and talk about this. There is a lot more that we could be talking for years about the same topic, bringing our own experiences, and wouldn't be enough to share everything that we feel, because we see from our perspective, our experience, and our own level of understanding our spiritual evolution. So I'm not trying to say that I'm going to bring the absolute truth or anything. It's just a way that we open up to discuss about this. So let's see. What do you think about this? Number one, I bring here the topic, divine self-care, honoring our boundaries as an act of spiritual growth. What do I mean by that? I mean, you set boundaries and you follow through on them. You set boundaries. This is something that sounds like that we are talking with the psychologists. You need to set boundaries. But I'm talking from a spiritual perspective. When we start setting boundaries, it means that I understand that my time here on earth, I know what I need to be doing with my time, and I understand that I cannot waste this opportunity just because it is pretty to help someone or to do this and to do that and get overwhelmed by, trying to please everyone in life and those such a things, or wasting my time with things that it is just good for this world and I don't really feel it in my soul, that it's my call. I like that. So when we set the boundary, it means that we meditate, we ponder, we observe the things that we are doing in life, such as our thoughts, our actions, our friendships, our work. I am sure that many of us here, we had jobs that were horrible, and we accepted because we were starting. We have a goal to reach. We have something to do, but when we are towards after the 40 years old, we are like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to put up with this anymore any longer, because we are becoming more conscious, right? Our awareness is growing, is increasing. And this happened also to our spirit. The spirits, they say that from one incarnation to another incarnation, we jump like, it's amazing. That's why it's so important, the incarnation. We grow so fast when we are here on the planet. We forget about our past lives or past memories, the bad ones. But we bring all the good things that we have, we never lose. Once we learn about patience, let's say, we're going to be patient forever. We're going to be, once we learn about compassion, we're going to be compassionate all in the future incarnations. We are not going to forget that we are compassionate. Okay? We're going to have challenges. We're going to be born in a difficult family situation. The planet Earth is this very tough school for the strongest one, right? It's not for everyone. We see a lot of people give up. Before they are even with their little babies, they say, no, I don't want to go. Or someone that is here, they give up. It is tough. But it is wonderful. And it is wonderful, not but. And it is wonderful. We grow so much. So we are honoring our boundaries because I understand that I need to make choices to help my spiritual growth. And my choices are not based anymore on the physical world just because, of course, we need to create a balance between the two worlds. We are here, okay? We cannot try to live in a world that we just, every day we are meditating. Yes, but we are here. We are part of this world, and I've been there. This person that is talking, I've been there. Years ago, many years ago, I just want to be spiritual and talk to spiritualized people. I didn't want to deal with those people. And I realized, hello, I was miserable. I was miserable because I want to be a spirit, but I was incarnated. I had a body. How is that possible? You want to live a spiritual life as a spirit, but you are in a physical body? Not possible. So I was feeling miserable, and I realized that was not possible. I just want to read the books, the spiritual books, and spiritualized people. That's not possible. We are here. So we need to find a balance. So this is I call it divine self-care, because you're not fighting with it anymore. The call, it's from within. Don't you have that call within you that no matter who is asking you, let's say to go out or to go to a party or to do something, that within you have that call, no, I don't feel it. I don't want to go. I don't resonate with this idea. And you don't fight. You don't have to convince anyone. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You simply say, no, thank you. That's a divine self-care. Every time, and each one of you, I am sure, each one of you here have that already. You remember, yes? Because I see your heads like this. You remember that someone is inviting you to do something, and you go like, no. You simply don't fight with it. It's a divine self-care. I will save myself from this situation, that comment, or someone is trying to make that gossip or that negative thought, and I don't want to participate. That's a divine care. I care about my evolution. I don't want to hurt myself. You got the idea? Do you remember the things that you do that you don't have to prove to anyone? And you say, no, I'm good. I'm good. And you don't want to explain to anyone. You just feel, I'm good. I'll pass. Okay. So you set the boundaries and you follow through them. Not because people are saying you to do so, it's simply because it's a call within you that it's more natural for you to do otherwise, the opposite or differently. Okay, let's see the next one. So, sacred commitments. It goes with the same idea as the first one. A spiritual practice of honoring promises to yourself. Okay, so in other words, you keep the promises you make to yourself. How are we doing with that? Are we keeping the promises we make to ourselves? I'm going to be more truthful to myself and keep the promise. There are a few things that are easier for us to follow up with that, and others not so easy, right? Others we are still struggling. So those are sacred commitments that we already understand through practice, experience, that make us feel ourselves a better person, my best self, my higher self. For instance, can you give me an example? Yes, give me an example.
Well, I have a few examples.
Uh-huh.
And this is terrible, but this is me, all right?
Uh-huh.
So I remember years ago, I wanted to stop lying. Okay, so this has been a long road. Because sometimes you just want to tell someone, you know what, I don't want to go there. But you don't want to give the reason. That no wanted to give reason, you're lying. So I have to stop that. So I want to say something, I have to tell the truth. And I think I have advanced, but I'm still, there. But, it will come to my mind, no, that is not the truth. That is not the truth. But it's not like judging, but with love. Because at the end, it's my will.
Right. We don't feel happy with that thing that we decide that I don't want to do that anymore. It doesn't make me feel happy anymore. Exactly.
You're the only responsible one.
Exactly. Exactly. And then we reach a point, as you said, that we make this sacred commitment. It's a sacred commitment because we are healing ourselves through that commitment. Anybody else? And Raphael wants to after this. Go ahead.
It could be something like giving up a vice as well, right?
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Fernando.
I had to get it back to you. What do you mean by that? That's my question to him. And I want an answer, please. But to me, is honoring the word. When I honor my word, I have that practical, spiritual practice. Honoring the word, it comes with the 4 agreements.
Right.
And it is very important.
Yes.
And that's when you create a very good spiritual practice.
Yes.
But
that's a sacred commitment for sure.
Yes. But what do you mean by that?
I mean, any kind of vice, right? Like, you could be addicted to video games, to television, to drugs, to alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And to have this spiritual practice of honoring the promises is to grow with that. So you make this sacred commitment with yourself, and then you follow up with that, and you see yourself growing. And then you become more and more aware of your spiritual growth through that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I am sure each one of us here, I'm sure each one of us here had a taste of this, what you're saying, whether it's with the food or, any other bad habits. There are so many things that we do things that it's not doing any good for us. So I know that there are certain foods that I feel bad, but I still do it. But I am trying to get to that point that I will say to someone, you can do it because I was able to win it. There is a story of Gandhi, which is a very popular story. There's a little boy came to talk to him and said, what do I do to give up on sugar? I want to stop eating sugar. And then Buddha said, come here next week, I'll tell you. And then the boy came next week. And then he said, okay, so you're going to teach me how to stop eating sugar? He goes like, come back next week. And then the boy came back next week, and then he goes like, next week I'll show you. He goes like, why? You keep telling me, I keep coming here and say, please teach me how to stop eating sugar, and you keep telling me, come back next week, come back next week, you're going to teach me or not? He said, yes, Gandhi said, but I first need to stop eating sugar so I can teach you. So that's how we are. We feel better if we teach or we inspire someone of something that we have on it, that we already have, overcome the vice or the challenge that we have, the addiction, we feel much better. It's so good to talk about it when you don't have the need to have that, right? It's so powerful. It's so strong when we say, I stopped lying, and I can inspire you, because we always gonna find someone that we can teach something, inspire, and always someone that can help us. It is always like this, right?
Cynthia, I found that...
The microphone, go ahead.
I found that, I also pray. I meditate for many years also. And what I would like to say also, it is hard and not hard. It is not hard because I've been helped by God, by the source, by my, I don't feel like, maybe at the beginning I said, no, I want to do that, like in a habit, right? But then I say, why? Then when I began, no, I shouldn't do it. So the love comes to you inside, so smoothly you leave what you don't want to, no fighting.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's necessary awareness for that. And it is through understanding and experience. So it's theory and experience. So you exercise and you study, and that's how we grow on this. Absolutely. But we always have to bring presence, awareness. The more awareness we bring to whatever we do, the more power we have, because we are present in the moment. Okay, let's see the next one. Surrendering to the divine, the spiritual journey of releasing self-limiting beliefs. I put surrendering to the divine here as let go.
That's hard.
Because when we say let go, this might be like, everybody says let go, let go. But when we say surrender to the divine within, right? I understand that I'm not a little bird in a cage. No, I am a being of light, right? I am energy, expressing different types of frequencies and dimensions within me, the different bodies that I have, different experiences, material, spiritual, semi-material. So when I surrender to that idea, to the divine that I am, I start letting go the self-limiting beliefs. Says who I have to be this way or that way, that I have to be here, that I have to be there, that I have to talk this way, that I have to believe this, that I have to believe that. Says who? I need to let go my self-limiting beliefs. And when we are on this path is that we already feel within this call, like, do I really need to keep believing this or doing this? If we give a talk here about habits, about, what is the name of the thing? My God, I forgot the word, even in Portuguese. People that don't go under ladder, don't see a superstition. If we give a talk here about habits and superstition that each one of us, we have, and if we ask each other, oh, why do we do this? Oh, my mother used to do, my grandfather used to do, and I'm still doing. But what do you do? I don't know, I'm still doing. Those are limiting beliefs. We are creating those blocks within us that would not allow us to be this divine being. Because a divine being is a what? It's a cosmic being. It's a being that is in touch with everything in the universe. It doesn't have, it's free, thank you. It doesn't have a specific religion, a specific culture, a specific, male and female, and it doesn't. The spirit is free. is a multi-dimensional being. Everything here. And the moment we decide to break those limiting beliefs, we will feel also very powerful. We will feel. Because those limiting beliefs, it's exactly what the words say, they limit us, right? They create more challenges for us. We stop questioning ourselves when we have all these limitations. We don't question ourselves because I already know this, I already know that, I already do this and that. Why will I question myself? But when we destroy those beliefs, I'm like, let me see if I completely change my way of doing this. Of course, breaking these limiting beliefs will come with the fear of how do people will see me or think about me. What are they gonna be saying if I do this differently? So that's when we recognize that it's time to break down those limiting beliefs.
And also the richness that you open up and you can have connection. Immediately you start differently and you start sensing things from the other side of things that...
That's beautiful what you say. So the moment we open up, she's saying, we connect with other things that we didn't connect before because we are limited.
Yeah.
That's beautiful what you say. Yeah, we open our line of awareness. We expand, and instead of just connecting with this group and that group and this, we connect with other groups, with other minds, with other energies. That is beautiful. Let's go to the next one. This one is compassionate self-acceptance. That's another very, very important. Embracing your divine nature with love and kindness. So you show yourself compassion. You show yourself compassion. We have to, now even science is advertising this left and right because this is wonderful. This for our health, and this is part of our natural nature. This is part of us. We need to go back and learn again how to be self-compassionate. If we don't do that, science says that we can't survive if we don't learn to be compassionate with each other and with ourselves. And when you are on this path to your higher self, your best self, you know how to show compassion to yourself. And if you didn't start yet, start. Don't be scared. It's wonderful. There is a scientist that it was a big breakthrough. She brought these works of compassion, and her name is Kristin Neff. And she wrote this book. She's a neuroscientist. She wrote this book, Self-Compassion. And it is a book that is written by a scientist. So it is something very straightforward. And it is very good for men, because men, they have been taught, poor thing, they have been taught they don't need none of that. But we all have emotions, and we all go through struggles in life, mental struggles, emotional struggle, and we also need self-compassion. So no matter if you're a man or a woman, we need self-compassion. Our humanity needs to be rescued by us. It's not this person that is on the path to the higher self It's not expecting compassion from others, okay? The idea here is that you show compassion to yourself. You're not waiting for anyone to take this step. You are taking this step. Consciously, you are aware that you need to understand, oh, I am a human being. I make mistakes. And this was a fail. This was a mistake. And I deserve to forgive myself. And to be compassionate with myself and my limitations. Let's start over. I will do it again. I'm not going to be afraid because I am a human being. I can make mistakes. And it's okay. That's self-compassion. There are many other exercises, but self-compassion must be a part of our spiritual journey, spiritual evolution.
And it
Yes,
is
Bonnie.
related also that when the person takes care of themselves,
Yes,
it's
go
very,
ahead.
very important. To learn self-compassion is start taking care of yourself. Because many times parents, so they don't take care of themselves, so they cannot be compassionate or take care of others.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
when you start taking care of yourself, it's not an act of selfishness.
Yes.
I'm saying that is very, very important because when you are complete, a whole, an integral in every word, you do better.
Right.
And embrace life
And-
better.
And
better.
part of that self-compassion is to understand that we are not going to achieve any perfection. And the self-care is part of the self-compassion. And for a lot of people, this is something, it's a no-no. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you are one of those persons that do not allow to feel compassionate about yourself or take care of yourself. There are a lot of people that are really, the only thing they know is to be very hard on themselves, nothing else.
And when you love yourself and take care of yourself, you're going to spread that love to everybody.
Exactly. Because we give what we are, right? If we squeeze an orange, we're not going to get apple juice. We're going to get orange juice. It's the same thing. So there are a lot of people, especially today, because of competition, because of the world, it's crazy with a lot of things. People are only hard on themselves, demanding a perfectionism, demanding those high numbers in companies and corporate that it's impossible to achieve this perfection, but still people are doing it, and there are a lot of people suffering. The numbers on opioids and drugs are going up. I didn't think that. I thought that the more technology we would have when I was a kid, less drugs and those dependencies but no, actually it's hitting us really hard. And sometimes it's someone that we know that we can say, and we should say, people, if someone hears you, listen to you, tell them, forgive yourself. You deserve compassion from you, from yourself. Because it's not the same thing that someone is giving us compassion versus we are compassionate with ourselves. It's very different. It's very powerful that we understand our limitations and we allow ourselves to make mistakes or to be limited in something and say, yeah, I understand that. Let's move on. It is part of this journey. So you show yourself compassion. It's absolutely part of this journey to your best self. And the other one, there are two more. Sacred emotions, a spiritual path of allowing and honoring your feelings without judgments. So basically, you allow yourself to feel your emotions without judging yourself. How is that? Okay, so let's give an example. Let's say I don't want to be angry, but I got angry at someone. And the first thing that I do is I judge myself. You are so stupid. There you are. You said you didn't want to be angry, and there you are. You are angry again. You can't help yourself. You have no control of yourself. You're so indisciplined, and there you are. Or when you are afraid of something, you are someone that you have your insecurities, and you are afraid, and there you go. I hate myself because I am afraid again. I am insecure. And then you are judging yourself. Right? Meditation is very good to help us to not create this judgment again. Because we learn that when those things are arising, we understand the law of impermanence. We learn in the meditation that things are coming and they're going. They're coming, they're going. Just like the thoughts. The thoughts are coming and going away, coming and going away. And those thoughts, those self-judgment thoughts, if we pay attention to our breath, they will go away. They don't keep coming. They will go away. So the more we practice that, to be present in the moment, we will remove those intrusive thoughts or those negative thoughts or self-judgment. It is possible to reduce them little by little. Don't try to just be hard on yourself and, oh, I just want to completely remove this judgment by tomorrow. It's not possible. It's not possible. We have been nurturing those thoughts for ages. Who knows how many incarnations, centuries, we have been, feeding those thoughts, and we want to just finish with them the next day? It's not possible. Remember, self-compassion. Okay? So if you are on your spiritual self, a path of growing, spiritual growth, and you want to meet your best self, we need to let go of the judgment, right? We need to allow ourselves to have our emotions without all this judgment. And let's go to the last one. Spiritual resilience, embracing discomfort as a catalyst for growth and transformation. So, in other words, you are comfortable of being uncomfortable. I am uncomfortable. I feel shame, and I'm comfortable. I feel angry, but I'm comfortable with that.
Accept it.
You accept. Accept that you are human beings, that you have your emotions and your struggles. You know what? No matter who we are, if we live in a favela in Brazil, very poor area, or if we live in a palace, let's not forget that we have all emotional dramas. No human being, unless this is a cold person or someone that is using drugs not to feel anything, if you are a human being, you will have feelings. You have emotions, right? So we need to learn also spiritual resilience. I don't feel comfortable, but I'm not going to, kill myself because I am not comfortable right now. I can accept that I am uncomfortable. Try different things. Try doing like public speaking. Feel uncomfortable. Do something to feel uncomfortable and say, I'm feeling uncomfortable. It's not going to kill me. It's just feeling uncomfortable. Too hard? Okay, that's too hard. Something else. Something else that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's good for us. That's part of this divine acceptance as well. So it's a spiritual resilience. You become strong with the things that you are not comfortable with. And it's not a big problem for you. And you don't throw tantrums like a little baby. Oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, I'm so uncomfortable. No, observe, experience. I don't like that person. I don't like the energy of that person. So I'm not going to beat me up because of that. Let me observe this. Why I'm feeling so irritated? I'm feeling uncomfortable, but I am here, and I'm facing this feeling, whatever it is. One is connected to the other, right? And I hope this brings questions to our mind about ourselves, about our emotions, our thoughts, our beliefs, and that's what I brought for you today. Do you have any questions? No? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I like that. I like the presentation. Yeah. It's food for thought and for the heart, hopefully. So let's go to the reminders now. First of all, for those of you who are not on our WhatsApp group, this is just like info WhatsApp, so you get to know what's happening, what's going on. You can sign up through any of those QR codes to the Portuguese or in English group, but you get pretty much the same information. And in a few weeks, we are going to have a tool that will actually help us a great deal in that path that Cintia was talking about. And in that path that I got what Roberta mentioned at the beginning, that one of the ways to walk along that path towards spirituality is to get to know yourself. And that's what we do with the Enneagram. This is a tool. And it's a tool that it's going to help us to know ourselves and to know the people around us. So great tool for self-knowledge and self-development. And we have an amazing specialist here with Cintia, who is going to teach this in a very hands-on way. So I truly recommend this workshop to any of you. This is going to be, I think, the last weekend in May. Yeah. Mm-hmm. An example of how the Enneagram works. Well, every one of us has, say, a personality type, and